Hey everybody, I'm Jody Dahmer with Beargrass Thunder. Today we're going to be doing another one of our awkward maps explained, and this week we're going to be talking about how to use the current infrastructure and roads that we have in Louisville to get to more businesses and to get across different neighborhood boundaries. So what we have here is a map I created showing the alleys and side streets that I think could be turned into neighborhood linkages across north and south, across east to west, and you'll see that I'm following the alley map that we used in a previous video. It's following the original grid of Louisville before cars became the main model to design around. So you'll see here, this is every alley and major side street in the city that I could find. So the alley maps follows in that same relative grid here. So the furthest south area is Iroquois Park, and this is an Olmsted Park. We have to find a way to get from this point to the river. So let's try to figure that out. So we got Iroquois Park here. We're going up Strawberry Lane. Strawberry Lane connects under the interstate, which is huge. And then you got Florence Avenue, and now you're across 264 into South Louisville, and you got the university right here, you got Central Avenue, Churchill Downs, and you can maybe find another street that can get you to another neighborhood. We got a lot of different options to choose from. I'm gonna highlight some of my favorites. So this one right here, this is a makeup of different roads that'll get you to the zoo, around to U of L and the Speed Art Museum, through Old Louisville, and actually get you into Smoketown in a relatively direct way. Most of the roads designed around here, as I'm going to explain, have a lot of natural barriers. You'll see that there's only one road that really cuts across here, and this is Trevelyan Way. And the reason is that there's this fork of Beargrass Creek that actually runs behind St. X, behind Germantown, and up between Paristown and Smoketown that really prohibit a lot of roads from actually being built across. So by making this map, hopefully we're going to be able to make a new way to get between neighborhoods in a safe and effective way so that all generations, even if you don't have a car or you are aging out of driving, we need to find ways to get around our neighborhood so that everybody, regardless of access, can do it. So one of my favorites here, I like to call this the Schnitzelberg Zipper. Right here, this is Shelby Street, Preston Street as it merges into Preston Highway and Eastern Parkway. And so there's a lot of alleys actually around here. And you'll see that parallel to Shelby Street is a high traffic area, and it goes from one-way, two-way, one-way, two-way in different neighborhoods. So in Smoketown, it only goes south. In majority white Schnitzelberg, as we'll see here, in this racial dot map, it's two-way. And then as it gets to Nulu and a little bit north of, say, Gray Street, it becomes two-way again. So when we look at Louisville here, we can see that where Shelby Street turns one way is directly north of the railroad track here. And so when we look at the South Fork map, and we'll get into this more later, we can actually see that Shelby Street is one of the only direct ways to get north and south from the railroad. Going into Schnitzelberg, going into Smoketown, there is a lot of redesign that happens with our roads. And so why is that? By using this alleyway here, hopefully we can bridge this design here. So it goes up, there's an alley between Logan and Shelby Street that runs all the way up to Finzer. But in between here, we have Breckenridge, Kentucky. We have a ton of different ways to get onto Barrett Avenue here, to get around Bardstown Road and the Highlands. The alleys that are behind Bardstown Road are really cool and could be marketed in a lot of different ways. Then this is one of my favorites because as we're going to the west end of Louisville, we actually have a ton of connections we could use here. We got 26th Street, we got 32nd Street turning into Del Park Terrace here. Garland Avenue goes across 264. We're able to merge with Cecil Avenue and Southwestern Parkway to get access north and south all the way up to Northwestern here. One of my favorite streets actually is 35th, because you're able to go from the wharf almost all the way south to Algonquin Parkway and Park Duval in a straight line. And if we could maybe design our transit around some of these direct paths or direct-ish paths, I really feel like we could hit more people and hit more neighborhoods. So thank you again for watching. This has been another Awkward Maps Explained with Beargrass Thunder. This is a theory, and if you want to work with us on trying to redesign some of the transit we have in the city, let us know. We'd love to help any way we can. Thank you so much.